guys, what's up? We're back to round two. I want to thank you so much for the response for that first tutorial. I was pretty overwhelmed. I mean, I had hoped that this would eventually grow because I really want to influence the next generation of pianists. But that was really cool to see it take off right away. So let's keep the momentum going. I'm going to do my best to progress at a reasonable rate and teach some new things. Feel free to drop comments on what you want to learn, tutorials you want to hear, performances you want to hear. Also remember, you can find me on Spotify, all the streaming services, my website, kittaylor.com. There's extra stuff on Patreon, which is Kit Taylor Official, has also my name on there. And my goal is to eventually be able to phase out some of the stuff that I'm doing, you know, just to pay the bills, so I can focus on this because it's what I love. That's what I love doing. So the more you share, like, subscribe, the quicker I can get there. So thank you so much. So this is RPM lesson 2. I thought a lot about what I wanted to progress to, and I thought I would take one of the most famous movie themes, that theme from Interstellar, and show you how I play it using the rhythmic piano method. So I'm going to skip the first section for now. Let me know if you really want to learn that, or if you really want a tutorial on the first section, and I can do it. Anyway. But yeah, I'm going to focus on the famous section that everyone knows, you know. I'm also going to try to keep this one a little bit shorter. I know a couple of people mentioned that, you know, 16 minutes is a long video, and so it's a lot to stay with, especially kind of not knowing what's coming next and playing along with me. And I'm going to do the same thing today. I'm going to use a click, but not in the video because there's some audio drift and it does not stay consistent. So with that said, let's dive on in. So the hook consists of, as you know, it's basically just that's really all it is. You're outlining an F major 7 chord, the 3rd and the 7, and then you go up to B and C and D. So now I want you to try that like this. Add this, add an E and an A. Now watch what happens when I incorporate the RPM, the rhythmic piano method. Suddenly you're almost creating the song without even adding the left hand. You're doing a lot of the heavy lifting in your right hand, and that's where the RPM comes in, that I'm going to continue to teach. And I'm going to throw the left hand in here now, and you're going to watch what it does. So let me just play through that whole thing. I won't throw the click in yet. We're staying around this. It's around 52 at 6/8. But I think I might be rushing a little bit, but I'll slow it down when I actually do the demonstration. So what I'm doing for my chord is I'm doing what's called a 10th. So it's F, C, and A. So F, C, A, G, D, B, and A, E, C. And if you can't reach that far, just work on it. It doesn't have anything to do with the size of your hands. Billy Joel, as far as I know, has pretty small hands. The guys that introduced me to the music scene have small hands, and they can all play tenths. And I couldn't play a tenth when I started, even though I have really long fingers. So it's really not about that. It's just about practice and muscle memory. So check this out. So you can kind of see what I'm doing. Again, as we talked about in the first video, you're using your right and left hand to sort of balance yourself back and forth. Let's see what happens when I really simplify this. Simplifying it even further. Now I'm going to play it using the octaves instead of the tenths. So you see, you still achieve that same effect even without the big fancy stuff. So let's pull up this click now at 52 in 6/8. Make sure you're in 6/8, because if you're in 52 and 4/4, it's going to be brutally slow. Okay, let's give it a shot. So the other thing you can see I'm doing is I'm kind of going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's a lot of that rhythmic back and forth, like we've talked about. That's the RPM, the Rhythmic Piano Method. That'll keep your right hand, your left hand balanced with each other. Now, if you really want to simplify it, just for starters, the chords are F, G, and A minor. It's really all it's built around. So you can do it like this: 4, 5, 6. Sorry, there's a fourth one there. It goes to G with just a B and D in the bass. 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? Cool. Okay, I'm gonna give you, I'll give you a full performance of it now, including that first section, which I didn't do the tutorial on, but I can if you want. Just let me know in the comments. And remember, the goals here are balancing yourself back and forth. So you're essentially providing your own drum set. That's the goal. We've talked about in some of the comment sections. Your hands become a bass player, a drummer, and holding the melody, as you saw that I can do with just the right hand alone. 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? Cool. Okay. I'm going to keep it at 52-6-8. Now the only point when this tempo hits is that middle section. The beginning is kind of rubato, and the ending is this. Speeds up. It's actually in 4/4 at the end. So let's try this whole thing. And I've got this click in my ears, which is extremely obnoxious. So forgive me. I'm essentially playing a different time signature while hearing 6/8 in my ear. So let's give it a go. I want you to just pay the most attention to when I get to this section that we just talked about. Here we go. Go up an octave. This is stuff we'll get to down the road, improving. Notice the different ways that I'm playing it. Now I'm going to throw in that simple way that we talked about. And it still works because I've established 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because I've established this underlying groove. So that simple method works. Now I usually just play this until I'm ready, and then it goes to an E minor, and then the ending. And that's the part that we're not going over today because it doesn't really have a lot of the rhythmic balance that we're talking about, like this middle section has. Let's just do one more time on that middle section before we wrap it. And I hope this was helpful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Good. Now end on E minor. So that's the main Interstellar theme. You'll impress the heck out of your friends and family if you play that for them. And that's just the way I play it, that little rhythmic back and forth. So I hope that was helpful. We're going to get into a lot more moving forward. Like I said, drop in the comments what you want to hear, what you want to learn. You know, the basis of the rhythmic piano method is that everything, you feel everything here. As you're walking around, you're feeling a pulse. Especially, you know, in R&B, soul, pop, jazz, stuff like that. And you can see I turned what is essentially a classical theme, a modern classical theme, into sort of a jazz 6/8 waltz almost. So yeah, drop everything in the comments, follow, like, subscribe, and remember to check me out on Patreon, Spotify, etc. So hope that was helpful, and I will see you guys soon. All right, peace.